Today I want to talk about how I was able to blow up my biceps and gain a whole inch in only about 3 to 4 months of working out when I changed my program up. So before, in my program, I was doing something called a push-pull legs. On push-pull legs, you're in there for maybe about a solid 6 days a week or more, but you're only hitting a back day where you throw in biceps twice a week. So then, last fall, the beginning of it, I changed my program up. So for context, I was doing push-pull legs for about, a year and a half of working out. And it worked so far. I got decently strong, in shape, tone. But this year was different. I wanted to change it up and really hammer my body to really forge a physique that I liked. And I always knew my arms were lacking. It was just something that couldn't catch up compared to my chest, compared to my back or my legs. My arms, specifically my biceps, were lacking. So when I switched to an upper-lower workout, which is not the thing that blew my arms up, but it's something that helped. So on upper-lower, you do an upper body day, which is a mix of back and chest and shoulders. And then you do a lower body day, which is, lower. It's legs. You can throw in some rows and some arms in there, which kind of leads on to what I will tell you what actually worked for me. And then you hit about 4 workouts a week doing upper lower with about 3 rest days, I would say, at least for me. But even that, with the extra volume or the extra amount of bicep work, I still wasn't seeing the growth that I really wanted. So around October, I decided to bulk again, a leaner bulk. I was 158, I believe. And in January, I reached 170, around 170, and stayed around there up till now. And I took measurements before the bulk. My biceps were 14 inches, and now they're 15 for my arms. And a little bit into the bulk, I decided to throw in an arm day. And an arm day, either in the middle of the workout week, which would be Wednesday after legs, or on Saturday after, again, legs. And that really worked for me. This extra arm day, this extra volume and intensity for my arms really worked. And I wasn't in there for about an hour. It was only about 30 minutes every arm day. And all you have to do is about 3 sets of biceps, 3 sets of triceps. Sometimes I bump it up to 4, so 8 sets in total. I start out with triceps because I feel like that warms my forearms and warms up my biceps a little bit. I don't know the anatomy on that, but that's what I prefer, is to warm up, starting with triceps and then going into biceps. And then for that, I do 2 different movements. For the triceps, it could be push downs or skull crushers, dips, or dumbbells. Switch it up so you have 2 different movements, hitting it in 2 different ways. Same for the biceps. I've noticed such a growth in my peak and the fullness and the length of my bicep from doing this is heavy dumbbells followed by isolated curls, high reps. So you do low rep dumbbells, maybe 8 to 10 reps, and then either into, or this is after you're done with the heavy sets, is you go into a high rep preacher curl, 15 reps, high intensity. I'm talking about you're yanking on that preacher curl like you're arm wrestling, like you're gonna pop your arm off. And I do about 1 of those workouts every week. And something I also did on my leg days is I'm really heavy on my leg days, but I'm not in there that long. So I have extra time to kill in my leg days by throwing in biceps. Because on my upper body days, I do a lot of compound lifts, and I'll finish the day doing some shoulders or triceps. And you can switch on your upper days compared to triceps and then switch it to biceps on one of the upper days. You can do that. But what I prefer is to actually hit some arms on your lower days. Because something just about hitting your biceps and triceps when they're not worked, when you do a push or pull day and you want to hit your triceps or biceps, they are cooked. They're destroyed. You're hammering the final nail in the coffin. And in theory, I think the whole idea of working out is to destroy the muscle and then to recover, to build it back up. Yes. But something about working out and those first few sets, you're actually at maximum strength. You're fully recovered. So you can go curl the 45s pretty easily compared to that upper body day where you try to pick up the dumbbells to curl them and you're barely getting the 35s. Something about having that full fuel in your tank when working out really gives me the growth. And the volume for me, like I told you, has worked for me. Maybe you'll have to throw in more or less volume. It just depends on how you figure it out. But I'm hitting biceps directly at least 2 times a week, maybe Tuesday and then Saturday. And I've noticed nothing but strength and growth. Like I told you, they're 15-inch arms now compared to the 14, which was in October of this time. But that's just what happened when I tried this out. Most of it I will give to the bulk because I think that's just how we're supposed to work out, is a lean, constant bulk. If you want to be serious in the gym, especially in your later years, once you've been doing it for 2, 3, 4 years, you need to constantly be intaking enough food that you have significant nourishment and kind of a calorie surplus just to a little extent, because you're working out hard. Your body needs that fuel. And when you do bulk more and more, you can really isolate what you really want to grow. So go out there. I'm not saying you have to completely change up your workout. Maybe you were doing push-pull and you have to switch to upper-lower. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying try to find a way where you can isolate a day or two where you can really exaggerate the amount of volume and dedication that you do, focusing towards your arms. This is what worked for me. I'm sure it will work for you. So go out there, like and subscribe if you want more videos like this.